Rain. The rains have fallen all weekend throughout all of Middle and East Tennessee. Yet I was determined. I was determined to get on the trail despite the rain. I was back to hiking solo, but was excited to reach my chosen trail, which promised a gorgeous river and several small waterfalls according to the trail description. However, the description failed to include the types of roads I needed to traverse in order to reach the trailhead. GPS directed me down a road that would rival many of the most dangerous roads in the world. The rain made it more so. As soon as safely possible, I turned back. So I ended up on the Falls Branch Trail as my last second alternative. Though short, it was gorgeous, treacherous at times, but the falls made it all worth it. Come on along. Well, hello everyone. Trail hunters here on another crazy hike, and this one is definitely going to be a different story. The original trail I had planned for today, we're in Cherokee National Forest, by the way, right just a few miles from the North Carolina border. Anyway, the GPS started taking me up an extremely narrow dirt road, which normally, you know, my little Ford is pretty good, that kind of stuff. But what made this one even worse was the fact that it's been raining. It's supposed to be raining all day, 80% chance. But the road was not only a dirt road, but with the rain, it was a muddy road. And it was getting extremely steep. And my little car was starting to lose traction. I think Cherokee National Forest. Sitico Creek Wilderness. Okay, back to the story. And very narrow. In fact, when I decided that it wasn't worth the risk to try to get to the trailhead, the road was so narrow. I mean, and there was a complete drop off on the passenger side of the car. I mean, steep. We're talking death. And then it was, you know, a slope on the driver's side. So I couldn't risk any kind of three-point turn. So I had to continue to follow this road until it was safe for me to turn around. And I mean, wow, it was crazy. And I mean, I even recorded a part of it. You know, I'll put it up here. Anyways, and in this section, doesn't really look that bad because it was a section where I finally felt confident enough to grab the camera and film it. The real treacherous stuff, I had two hands gripped to that wheel and I wasn't about to go reach for my camera. anyways, I was stuck on this thing. I'd say I went 6 miles before I found this little open area where I was able to turn the car around and head back down the mountain. Crazy. And it was, and the narrowness, if any of you guys are Top Gear fans, and they did that one trip, South America or wherever it was, and they were on the most dangerous road in the world, and that one scene where Clarkson and this other SUV was coming the other direction, and they were just, I mean, mere millimeters from each other as they were trying to pass each other on this road while he was on the one side and the wheels were just right on the edge. Yeah, that's the way this was when this little red pickup truck came the other way. I mean, we were crawling like inches, you know, just crawling up the road. He's crawling the other way, and I'm looking over, and my car is like right on the edge because I'm on the side that drops off. He's on the side of the slope going up. And it was just insane. And I'm thinking of that scene in Top Gear. I was like, this is the exact scene. This is that scene. And it was nuts. Never been so scared. And it wouldn't have been, like I said, so bad if it wasn't wet and muddy and slippery. I don't know how close to the edge I came because I didn't have a camera on the outside of the car to show how close my wheels were to that edge as that pickup truck passed me, and I passed the pickup truck. Oh my God, that was insane. But there's no way I could film that because I was trying not to die. Anyway, so after I got back down off onto pavement, I had to drive back into Tellico Plains in order to get signal on my phone so I could find an alternative trail. And it's already late in the day, so I couldn't pick anything all that extremely long. So I found one called the Foster Branch Trail. Hold on, I can get the phone. Let me make sure I get this right. The Falls Branch. I'm on the Falls Branch Trail in Cherokee. I'm about 20 miles outside of Tellico Plains. Maybe a mile. I don't even think I'm a mile from the North Carolina border. Trail's rated moderate. There's still a high chance of rain. I've got my rain gear in the back. And as you can see, man, look at the colors. I'm about 4,000, I'm going to estimate, feet up. And the trail is wet. And there's leaves everywhere, so I'm not going to be setting any kind of speed records today. Of course, Ian's here, so this is a solo hike. There's supposed to be a waterfall along this trail. I'm going to switch back to the chest harness here in a minute because I'm going to need both poles. Feel the drizzle starting. Don't know how much. I didn't even bother bringing the still photo cameras because I knew it was going to be raining. So probably won't be a whole lot of still photos. And if I do take some, it'll be from my phone. This is not on my GPS. So I'm going to be relying on my phone, which I don't like to do. But this was picked literally on the side of the road when I aborted my attempt on that other trail. I don't even know if I'll do that other trail even when the weather's good because, man, what a narrow road. Even dry, that thing would make me nervous. So I was sweating bullets on that muddiness. And the angle is, man, it was insane. All I can say is thank God my car is front wheel drive. So, yeah. This isn't a long trail because I've already spent half the day. I mean, it took forever on that road because I literally could do no more than 5 miles an hour. And I was stuck on it for approximately 6 miles. And then coming back down, I mean, literally no time that I come out of first gear, going up or coming back down. I was in first gear the entire time. So, yeah. I'll sign off here and be back. Look at the size of these trees right here. Massive old growth trees right here. They look like maples. Couldn't tell you what kind. Very forested. It's cool to see some of these really big trees considering how heavily forested this area was decades ago. I can unfortunately hear the Cherokee Highway in the background. This is a burn area. This wood has been charred. Chipmunk. Very nice. And of course, this couldn't be a Tennessee trail in the Appalachians without a whole bunch of rhododendron. And there's the roadway. Cherokee Skyway. I guess this is Tennessee / North Carolina's version of Skyland Drive in Virginia. Except without the lodges and all that kind of cool stuff that they have there. Skyline Drive. Wow. Very wet and muddy. It would be extremely peaceful if it wasn't for the traffic in the background. Be back. As I head down this trail, I'm thinking it's some kind of hunting season here. I passed many pickup trucks with some kind of dog cages in the back. I'm not a hunter myself, so I have no idea. No idea what season it could possibly be. I've seen lots of people driving around pickup trucks and hunting deer. And in the far distance, I can hear hound dogs barking. Now, there wasn't nothing on this trail because this is a hiking trail. Doesn't exactly reassure me though. But there were other cars in the parking lot, so a few. So I'm not exactly out here alone. But in other areas, especially in the area where I was on the treacherous road, I saw lots of pickup trucks with those hound dog enclosures in the bed of the truck. So, well, maybe that's just a truck going by. Okay, that's just somebody going up the road. But I did see several pickup trucks with the occupants of the trucks in hunting gear, hunting attire, whichever. With their hound doggies. So I'm wondering if it's some kind of season. I didn't see any signs. I saw nothing when I entered the Cherokee National Forest today that indicated that there was any kind of hunting going on. And since I'm not a hunter, I don't follow the seasons. I have no idea. But I will keep my eyes open. Alright, you back? Such a pretty little spot, like this one here. I think these are dogwoods right here, and have already dropped their leaves. It's just so pretty. Look at all that rhododendron. Very lush. The colors, especially up there in the upper part of the canopy, lots and lots of yellows. It's not a cold day. Don't know why I wore my base layer. But you never know in these higher elevations. Drove through the cloud layer a couple of times getting here. But at the moment it's clear. Very nice. Be back. Oh, look how cool this one section is I'm about to walk into. Looks like there's been some recent trail maintenance. A lot of these logs have been freshly cut. Things are very slick, so I'm definitely just taking my time. Especially with the leaf litter covering up a lot of potential holes and ankle twisting spots. Really nice. Okay, just thought I'd show you that. Be back. Okay, up until here, the trail has been following a moderate decline. But as you can see there, it has now dropped into a steep decline. Which, under normal conditions, probably wouldn't be a big deal. But with the dampness of the trail and all these freshly dropped leaves, definitely watching my footing. It's gonna be real fun going back up this. A lot of leaves. Look at my pole. This is definitely where I love my hiking poles. It's actually water running down this trail. Okay, I'll be back when we get to the bottom. Got the stream following the trail. Okay, I'm on approach of the waterfall. This has been a very treacherous section of this trail. Especially after all the rains. Whoa. Wow. Okay. Whoa. Okay, be back. Okay. There it is. Don't know whether I want to risk sending my drone up into that. My drone and rain don't exactly go together, and it is raining, so not very hard, and you can't see it. There it is. Crazy trail to get here. Wow. This is insane. I no longer know if this is actually part of the trail. Or if this has just been carved out by people. Don't think I can go any further up. I don't think I need to go any further up. Okay, I'll be back. Our drone, the DJI Mavic Air 2, uses GPS to assist with flight. In this area here, GPS signal is very weak, and as a safety feature, the remote control would only allow the drone to fly so far and so high away from me. So I was unable to get the complete shots of the waterfall I wanted. Well, my poor piloting didn't help either. Regardless, I hope you enjoy. Well, there it is. Falls, Branch Falls. And apparently, the reason for all those trucks and dogs and everything, it's bear season. A couple of hunters passed me on my way up to here, and they're tracking a bear in this area. And seeing as how I'm not wearing any high visibility stuff, I'm going to head back to the car. But I reached my goal for that. I took the chance and flew the drone. And I'm going to need that extra time to get through that treacherous section that I took to get here. So, yeah. I'll be back. What fun this is, man.
4 seconds. Distance 2 miles. Pace.
Yeah. Slick. Good thing I wore my heavy-duty Merrills today. So I knew everything was going to be a muddy mess no matter which trail I ended up on. Ugh. Not sure where the hunters went. Had these little tracking radios in their hands. I guess that's what they were tracking the bear with. So, not exactly wanting to run into a bear that's scared and on the run for some hunters. And that's in addition to not having any kind of high visibility clothing. Another reason for the return to the car. Thank God for trekking poles. Fun on the trail. Gorgeous waterfall though. Sure, it was fueled a lot by all these recent rains. Okay, starting my climb. I shall be back. Okay, I made it out of the gorge. The skies have opened up, and I am drenched. No biggie. I knew I was going to get drenched today. Because there's near 100% chances of rain everywhere I looked for a trail to hike. And I didn't care. I was going hiking, rain or shine. Here's the rain. So, it's not like it was unexpected. What was unexpected was bear hunters. I didn't even know that was a thing. You can hunt bear? And why would you be hunting near hiking trails? I don't know. I don't know what the rules are on hunting. But there should at least have been signs at the trailheads warning hikers. Or a big sign at the big entrance of Cherokee when you first drive in. Big sign, bear hunting season. Rethink your hiking plans. Something to that effect. I don't know. Being a non-hunter, I don't know what those protocols are. Not saying I'm against hunting. Hunting is an important part of wildlife management. I just think there should have been some kind of notices because not everybody that comes here is out here to hunt. And I do have a high visibility jacket that I would have worn had I had known. So, bummer. This has been a cool trail. It really gets your heart pumping back there. There's a lot of climbing. And these wet conditions and the leaves made it that much more challenging. Ian would have had a ball with that. Glad I got that drone flight in before the skies opened up. Even though the GPS signal was weak and the controller would only let the drone go so far away from me because of the weak signal. So I couldn't get a complete top to bottom shot like I was hoping for. Oh well. At least I got a shot. So this is really, this has been a gorgeous trail. Not saying it wasn't. It's extremely short. I had to pick something on the fly. Something that was relatively close from where I was. So I didn't waste an entire drive to get over in this area. This one sounded good even though the trail wasn't very long. But I didn't get here until afternoon. It was a 2.5 hour drive just to get over here. And then I was on that road for a long time because I was barely going 5 miles an hour. That took a while. Never realize how long 6 miles is until you're doing it at 5 miles an hour. But this isn't a long trail. Not going to get the mileage in, oops, like I was hoping to get. But I did get the hiking. And tomorrow's back to work, where the job continues to be in limbo. I'm trying to figure out ways that I can get this trail, this channel, and take it to the next level. I want to do some of the big areas and bring them to you guys. I want to go to Yosemite, Red River Gorge, into the Colorado, Canadian Rockies. Man, there's so many cool trails. And we've been all over East Tennessee on these little trails, and they've been great. There's been some awesome trails. I want to see some of these grand ones, Grand Canyon. Trying to figure out a way to make that happen. So I've been looking into Patreon, and whether to join that. I don't know. I'm still researching it. But that might be a way to establish, I guess, the funds. I mean, to be blunt about it, to go to travel to these different areas and film them, explore them. Bring them to you guys. I want to move past just, being goofy on the trail. So, that's fun. But, I don't know. What's the saying? Go big or go home? I'm ready to go big. Figure out a way to tell Walmart to go screw themselves. And do this kind of stuff full time. I don't know. Maybe it's all a big pipe dream. But out here, this is where I'm happiest. I am happy on this trail. Any trail. I'm out here in the bloody frickin' rain. I'm happy. I didn't care. I don't know. Just things I'm pondering. Like getting some better camera equipment, better editing software, and learning how to use said software. Contemplating taking a plant identification course. I took all that stuff in college, but that was like 20 years ago. I come out here and I recognize a lot of these plants that I see out here. I just can't remember what their names were and all that kind of stuff. And a geography course. All these different rock formations. The history of them and that kind of stuff. So I can be more informed out here. And to take in more of the surroundings around me. And not just walking through the woods like, ooh, wow, look how pretty that is. But actually know something about that tree. See these rock formations. And, I mean, I know how they got there and plate tectonics and all that kind of stuff. But the actual makeup of the different rocks, the metamorphosis of the different stones and that kind of stuff, and volcanic and sedimentary. You gotta relearn all that stuff. Make the channel more interesting, more than just walking through the woods and being goofy. And I think I've rambled on here long enough. But I'm out here by myself. And talking is therapeutic. And I don't know, I'm a very introverted person, very introverted. I don't hang out with many people, aside from my kiddos and family. So I don't really talk about this kind of stuff to anybody. Probably stupid me rambling on about this stuff over the internet. But that's just the way it goes. I'm a strange person. Anyways, I'll be back. Look at that scenery over there. Appalachians are just gorgeous. I love it here. You know, having grown up in Texas, where it's flat just about everywhere. I mean, there's definitely some gorgeous areas in Texas. And I loved Texas. Loved growing up there. I still love Texas. There's no way on this planet I would go back. It's just not going to happen. I love these Appalachian Mountains way, way too much. And that flippin' heat in Texas, oh my God. I never realized how hot it was until I went back to visit one year. Wow. How do people live in that kind of heat? If you guys think it gets hot in Tennessee, North Carolina, go to Central Texas at the end of July. That's some heat. Alright, be back. Okay. So that was the Falls Branch Trail here in Cherokee National Forest. And it's only around 3 miles round trip. Very woody, very gorgeous. And as you saw, it's got some treacherous spots, especially in this kind of weather and with the leaf litter. So, probably isn't going to be ending up being a very long video. since it's just me, and I'm not as good as my son is as far as talking on camera. So I will leave this here and head on back to the car. Parking lot's just up the hill there. Please check out our channel. Check out our content. Steadily changing things up and hopefully making the content better each week as I do it. So please like, subscribe, and tell others about us. And keep your stick on the ice. Adios. The day didn't turn out anything like I planned. From the extremely dangerous road, aborted trails, hunters, and of course the rain, it was a crazy day. However, I still trekked into the forest. So for me, it was a good day. No, the trail didn't have the mileage I was looking for, but nature still managed to give me what I needed. Though physically I hiked alone, I never felt that way. The old trees were my constant companions. The rain, a constant reminder the earth is alive and giving that life back into the soils. I felt nature's energy all around me, and it felt re-energizing. Naturalist John Burroughs once said, "I go to nature to be soothed and healed, and to have my senses put in order." The Falls Branch Trail, though a last-minute trail choice, helped me do just that, put my senses in order. These days, I need all the order I can get. Happy trails, everyone.